Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Joel. This morning, I'm making my first video in my new series where I'm going to be hopefully bulking to 215 pounds. Right now, I weigh 190 and I've been bulking for a few months, and I just am coming off a deload week and I'm starting a new split, and I thought this was a great time to, I guess, start documenting my journey. This morning, I'm gonna mix up my pre and just gonna talk a little bit while I do that, and then we're gonna head off and get a lift in. Yeah, so I mentioned that I'm finishing a split. I'm starting a new split. I was doing legs, chest, back, and arms, and now I'm going to a little bit of essentially a push-pull legs. So I'm going to try to do push-pull legs twice within a week. Hopefully get 6 sessions in. I think I should get at least 5 in a week. Try to get a 6th as often as I can. 1 or 2 rest days. And for me personally, I just like being in the gym. I come from the running world, and I'm used to just going 6 or 7 days a week, usually a maximum of 1 rest day a week, and just trying to get a lot of mileage in. And now that I've transitioned into doing more weight training, it's just what I'm used to, is trying to do 6 or 7 workouts a week. And when I was doing the previous split, I was working out every day, and doing the push-pull legs twice kind of lends itself to a natural rest day. Probably take Sundays off and just try to stay in the gym as much as I can. This is what I like to do. So most mornings lately, I've been mixing up 2 bottles of pre. One of the reasons is I like to go heavy on the hydration, just because it's first thing in the morning for me. I got out of bed about half an hour ago. I was just still getting hydrated for the day. Then also, I do a scoop of regular pre in the first bottle, and then I do a pump formula in the second bottle. Because I'm a little caffeine sensitive. I kind of maxed out at about 300 is all I can handle. So doing the second bottle, that's just got more of the pump ingredients instead of more caffeine. This makes me feel a little bit better in the morning. Try not to just, if I do 2 scoops of heavy caffeine, I'm going to be wired for the next 14 hours. So I'm just a little bit sensitive to that. And this has seemed to be working pretty well for me lately. And then I'll do a third bottle to mix up that I'll take to the gym with me. And for intra workout, pretty much I'm just drinking powdered Gatorade. I just got it mixed into a 1 liter Nalgene, and then a liter of water. Tends to be pretty perfect for my workout. And then I'm drinking about 1,200 mils, before I leave the house. 2 of these shaker bottles. It seems to last pretty well for me. All right, so I'm looking through what we're getting done this morning, and looks like today's a push day, and gonna be hitting chest to start, tries, and then we're doing shoulders and lats. So it should be a good workout. Like I said before, usually was doing just chest on one day, just back, just arms, just legs. But I'm excited to kind of mix things up a little bit, do more than one thing within a workout. Before I was doing kind of the body part split, I was doing full body every day for most of the spring and then the early part of the summer. And that's kind of how I always worked out in the past. I was never in the gym doing bodybuilding splits. So this is going to be new for me, to do it this particular way. I was just looking at my sleep tracking. I slept terribly last night. I think I only got 2.5 hours of sleep. So we'll see how this morning goes. I think I was just too excited to sleep, because I knew I was starting this new split this morning. I knew I was starting this video series this morning. So too excited to sleep. So we're going to get headed out in a minute, and I'll catch you at the gym. Hey, so we're at the gym now. I'm going to get started on pec deck. My previous split was usually starting out on bench press and doing the heavier lift first. And I think this time on the new split, I'm going to try to do more of the warm-up move first, get some good stretching in, and get a little bit more of a pre-fatigue in before going on to the heavy lift. Before I would get a warm-up in, jump on bench or like a hammer press, one of the two, and just go heavy to start and try to do that full bore and then go into more of the finishing stretching movements or doing flies. And this time, I just want to try out a different order of getting stimulus in, and I'm curious to see what it will feel like getting a stretch in, getting some blood flow in, and then going with the heavy press. So we're going to sit on pec deck here for 5 or 6 sets. Try to go moderately heavy. Really just get a good stretch in the best I can. Shooting for like 12 or 15 reps. Gonna try to get pretty tired here and see how it feels. All right, I'm ready to get into working sets here. All right. All right. Oh. Felt good. Oh. Alarm started going off in the middle of that set. Whew. Compared to how I was doing this before, going for the flies to start is harder than I thought. I'm getting, obviously you're going to get pretty warm from doing a bunch of bench before you go and do flies. So that's the feeling I'm used to going into flies at the end of chest. So doing it at the beginning of chest is a lot more stressful than I expected. I'm doing the same weight I would normally do if I was coming into this later. So repping that for 12 or 13 times, kind of right off the start of the workout, it's getting a surprisingly good squeeze. I'm liking it so far. All right, set 3. All right, trying to get, good 90 seconds, 2 minutes of rest in between these. I don't look at my watch too much between sets. definitely go by feeling. But on something like this is what I usually average. I think if I go too much over 2 minutes, it really starts to feel like I'm tearing. I don't try to go for like, you know, a certain heart rate number either. Just really try to go mostly by feel. And I would say too, most days that I'm in the gym, to kind of go through like 10 to 12 sets of an exercise, it usually takes me about 45 minutes per muscle group. So I'll look at that sometimes too. Like if I'm having a day where, you know, I start looking at the watch and it's like, you know, 55 minutes and I'm on set like 9, it just feels like I'm going really slow. And I don't try to hit a certain number, but most days I just end up right around 45 minutes. Usually feels pretty good. All right, set 4. Oh boy. It's getting tough by that last rep, which is a good thing. Definitely feel like I'm getting good stimulus in. Ooh, got 12 again that set. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what you think about the background noise around here. I usually work out. Like every time I work out in here, I have headphones on, so I never really hear what kind of music they have playing or anything in here. I think today the fan noise is pretty loud. No music or anything playing. I'm gonna leave these pretty raw to start, but if you guys start wanting to have like background music or something, I'll start putting it in while I lift. All right, set 5. I think I'm gonna do this one and one more after this. I definitely feel like I've got the perfect weight on there now. Could maybe do one more. I think I'd have a really hard time getting 14. All right, last set of these before we move on. I'm gonna try to go pretty deep in the tank in this one. See how far I can push. Of course, feeling that a lot in the pecs. Feeling that a lot in the corners too. So I think that was really fatiguing before anything else. I'm kind of just feeling that in almost up in the front delts too. Whew. Really liked opening with that. We're gonna go to incline hammer chest press next. So see you there in a second. All right, so I tend to do the hammer presses for bench because I work out really early in the morning, and alone So I usually don't have a spotter for bench. And I'm not the kind of person that got exceptionally strong doing bench press in the past. Never really did it much in my endurance sport background. So it's not something that comes like super natural to me. And then when it comes to doing dumbbell press, I like this better than dumbbell press. Because of course, like you get your arms are independent on this machine. So your left and right aren't connected. So it's similar to doing dumbbells, but it holds into place for you. So you're not, trying to put like 80 pounds on your knees and kicking it up and stuff like that on the incline bench. So I just find this a lot more comfortable to use and a lot easier to get started. So I just feel pretty fortunate our gym has this. And we've got a flat hammer strength here too, but I tend to like the incline a little bit better. So we're going to sit here for 5 or 6 sets. Still going for like 10, 12 reps plus. We'll see how I do on this one. Come on. The other thing I like about this too versus a normal barbell is that you can rest at the bottom a little bit more safely without feeling like you've got that barbell on your chest and being afraid that you're not gonna get it back up again. So it's easier to push a little bit harder at the end on this. I personally just like it a lot better. All right, so I'm only on this would be my 8th set of chest. I'm just already feeling a really good pump. It's like better than I normally get. I think doing those flies first is really just opening things up really well. I'm really liking that so far for the first day. All right, I'm gonna get the second set of this in. I feel like I'm squirming in the seat a little bit too much. I lost count, but I think I just got 10. I don't think I got to 11. So maybe fading a little bit more quickly on this than I would like to. Really like to hit that 12 on every set. Not reduce that number too much. Might have gotten a little bit too heavy on these early ones, but I don't really feel like taking plates off now. Definitely taking a little bit more rest on these than I was on the flies. I've been sitting here for about 3 minutes right now, and just kind of finally feel like I'm about ready for this one. Getting fatigued enough that I'm not quite feeling fully recovered, between each set, which is, perfectly fine. All right, so this is 3rd set of this, I think like 9th overall. I'm gonna try to get over 10 this time. We'll see. Oh. I'm fading fast on this. I don't think I can get up again. Try to get some partials. Alright, I think there's only 7 full ones. I think I might be done for chest right now. Probably should have gone a little bit lighter on this. I think next time this comes up in the split, I'm going to start up a little bit lighter. Really like to get a couple more sets at full reps. I think I just got a little bit ambitious, but it's part of the fun. I think this is it for chest for this workout now. All right, we're doing tricep extensions next. We'll do two tri workouts. I'm going to start off with these extensions. I personally like doing standing tri extensions with a dumbbell. I feel like I get a lot of core activation, which some people don't like to think about two things, but I don't know, I personally kind of like the feeling of it. I like it a little bit better standing up than sitting down. This feels like it's more of a exercise in being stable. And then we're going to do cable tri pushdowns next. I'm doing those second because I personally get some elbow soreness. I start right off the bat with those. So the overhead extensions are going to feel better for me first, and then the cable pull downs should feel pretty good going second. All right. I got my dumbbell here. Swing this over without knocking over the camera. Try to do 5 to 6 sets of this, 10 to 12 reps. Turn the hat around. Oh my gosh. All right, we had to take the hat off on this, let the flow loose a little bit. Just don't want to be worried about knocking it off the whole time I'm lifting. I just find that way too distracting, trying to miss it, and then I don't like how it sits on my head when it's bill forward. All right, second set here. Ooh, got to 12 again. It's feeling good so far. Liking this so far. Gonna start with the third set. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, getting intense there at the end. So I'm 3 sets in on these overhead extensions. Honestly, just feeling really good so far this morning. Like after 3 sets, I'm really already starting to feel a good tricep pump. So I'm think I'm gonna get 2 more sets of these overheads in before moving down onto the cable pushdowns. Did something right getting out of bed this morning. Just really feeling good so far. Happy about that. All right, let's get going on set 4. Whew. It's feeling really good. It's another one I just feel like I picked a good weight out. I didn't go too heavy on this one. 12's feeling just like a perfect number. I think I got one more set of these in me. All right, that's the last one before I go the cable push downs. I just already feel like my arms are gonna come out of my shirt sleeves. Even just got a big forearm pump already. I think muscling that dumbbell over and holding onto it like this and then flipping it back over is just really working it there. All right, so it's gonna be one more set here. All right. That's a good set too. All right. So I'm already pretty fatigued from doing the overhead extensions. So I'm not going super heavy on these push downs. I think going more for squeeze than brute strength on this. All right. I'm gonna try to be here 5 or 6 sets. Let's try to do 10 or 12. I'm not anywhere close to a full stack on this, but I'm also not like the brawniest dude in the world. Whew. All right, I got 15 there. My left trap started cramping halfway through that first set. So try to be a little bit more relaxed on this one. So really try to make it triceps only. Come on. All right, third set. Already feeling super pumped. Ooh. All right, I'm only gonna do one more set of these. I think I do 4 total. I'm just already feeling so pumped. I don't think I'm gonna get any extra benefit of going to like 6 sets on this versus 4. It's just been a good workout so far. All right, our 4th and final set. Last tricep exercise. I'm gonna just try to completely burn out on this one. All right. How to relax my traps. Come on. All right. Shoulders next. All right, we're doing some shoulder pressing next. All right. Whew, I can tell I'm already getting a little tired toward the end of these workouts. You know, I'm used to just kind of doing one muscle group. You know, maybe you're getting like bis in, tris in, so you're going hard on technically 2 muscles, but going on to a 3rd muscle here. Oh, it's just already starting to feel long. I'm already up to 80 minutes. Usually like 90 minutes is my max for how long I'm in the gym, so it might be a little bit of an adjustment going to workouts this long, but let's try to get this done. All right, so I'm gonna do some alternating shoulder press. I personally just like alternating better. Starting out with some 35s. I'm just already feeling kind of tired. Hopefully I can bump into the 40s after a couple sets. Ooh, oh, my right feels weak. All right, that's 10 aside. Oh, I don't know what happened on that first rep on the right. It didn't feel like burnt out per se, but it was almost like I was having a hard time recruiting like my nervous system to push it up. I just don't know if that's an artifact of, you know, being so late in the workout or what. This is a little bit of a weird feeling. Hopefully that doesn't repeat itself on the next sets. All right. Set to a shoulder press. I was hoping this one feels a little bit more natural, not so empty. All right, that was 10 aside again. That set felt a lot more natural. All right, so I'm 2 in. I'm gonna try to do 2 more, maybe 3. I had like 6 sets planned for this, but I think I'm planning too many sets for this per workout for this new split. Just doing 10 or 12 per muscle group. Today I'm just feeling done before that. I'm not quite sure why that is in particular. Maybe that's only as far as I need to go. Maybe I don't need to do 12 or 10. Maybe 8 or 9 is the right answer. All right, on to the next. All right, 3rd set. Oh, come on. All right, it's 10 aside again. And I'd had programmed too. I was gonna do dumbbell shoulder press. And I was gonna do like a shoulder press on a hammer machine. Similar to that chest press I worked on, but just, you know, more upright. I think I'm just gonna stick with the dumbbell presses for today. These are feeling good so far. All right, set 4. Ooh, feeling burned out on these already. Come on. Give myself a little push here. That's it. See, before I was thinking I was being a little bit efficient with this workout. Now I'm worried about maybe just burning out a little bit too early. But on this one, I didn't feel like I was going too heavy. The first set seemed completely appropriate. but after like 3 good sets and like a 4th kind of shitty set, I don't know how much shoulder I have left in me. I was gonna do traps after this too, but from these and then the little bit of trap activation from doing the triceps too, I just kind of feel like I don't even need to do a separate set of traps. Plus I've been here 90 minutes already. All right, I think this is gonna be the last set of the workout. Gonna try to get some good work in here, and then I'm gonna go home. All right. Oh, I got a good song coming up. Get in the zone. Come on. All right. Oh. All right, that was 8 decent and a half kind of crappy one. I was really hoping to try to go 10 per arm. But I think that's gonna be it for today. It's just been a long day in the gym, a little bit longer than I'm used to. I think coming off the deload week, might just take a couple sessions just to get back into it. We'll check the pump in a second too. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna do this every day, but I did want to get a little bit of a physique check-in just so you guys can see what I look like. So I've been bulking since May 1st. Notice today, I think it's like the 25th of September. So when I started bulking, I was low 160s, all right? And I stepped on the scale this morning, a couple tenths under 190. I think it was like 189.2. It's not the good arm to show triceps. But, you know, the bulk's been going on for a while, but I haven't started to feel fat or anything yet. Some of you might disagree and say I need a cut already, but I just feel like there's still more room to go before I try to cut down. And like, you know I'm not especially like trim or cut or anything, but I like to go just a little bit higher before I make an adjustment downward. And before I started bulking too, when I was in the 160s, that was the heaviest I'd ever been. Like I mentioned, I come from an endurance running background. And that's what I was doing as my main sport up until really recently. And I got to the point where I just started having some lower leg issues that were not resolving themselves through adjusting my training. And I had always liked weight training. I'd been in the gym before, but I had never gone that heavy in the past, and not for a consistent period of time. And then I started to wonder, you know, what would it be like if I really started gaining weight? And I've tried to gain weight in the past, but I would never document things very completely. I kind of go on like a 2-week-long ridiculous bulk of just, you know, going on the seafood diet and not tracking things very meticulously. And ever since I started bulking on May 1st, I've tried to hit my calories, my protein every single day. You know, I kind of do the typical, actually right now I'm eating a little bit more than my body weight in protein. I'm eating about 225 grams of protein a day. It's a little bit of a surplus, but that's where my nutrition coach has me. And then I just really make sure I'm eating in a, you know, caloric surplus every day. And that's made the biggest difference. You know, I used to think I was a hard gainer. You know, there's been times in my life I've spent, you know, a year in the gym at a time and gained like 3 pounds. And I was always wondering, like, you know, what is going on? don't know what's wrong with me. You know, I'm just destined to not be muscular. And as soon as I started tracking calories and was eating above my, you know, basal metabolic rate, and, you know, kind of trying to be above what I thought I was burning in workouts as well, and consistently hitting that, the weight just came on, the muscles got bigger, and I don't think I'm like super muscular looking, but I'm way more muscular than I was, you know, 6 months ago. So we're just gonna see how long I can take this, and I don't know, I've been really happy so far. And the funny thing about hitting 215 as well is so I'm about 5'10", maybe 5'10 and a half. I think calling myself 5'11 would be a stretch. But if you look at the BMI table for my height, 215 is obese. And I just think it would be kind of funny to be, you know, a lean obese guy. So it's kind of a funny goal to hit, but, you know, and the nice thing too is that, you know, 215 is a round number. It just feels like this nice round number to hit. It's a little bit bigger of a goal than just going for 200. So I'm trying to hit 215, and you know, I'm not trying to recklessly gain weight. You know, I'm only gaining, you know, I kind of after the initial sharp increase, I've really only been gaining about half a pound, maybe a pound a week over the last couple months. So I feel like I'm in a healthy spot right now. Just gonna try to keep going, keep the bulk going, document it a little bit. Hopefully you guys have a little bit of fun going along on the ride for me. I think this kind of counts as my post-workout talk. I don't think I'm going to come back on when I get home from the gym, but you know, going to try to do the same thing tomorrow. Going to try to film all these workouts, bring you guys along, and I think it'll be fun. I want you guys to bulk up with me if you're looking to do that. If you're looking to cut, you know, try to match my weight. We'll see if we can meet in the middle, and I think it's going to be fun. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll get all my socials and stuff posted on my YouTube page. You guys can start to follow me. I think this is going to be a fun journey. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.